I do have to ask you, Minister, while we've got you, about some very serious allegations that have been made on this program this morning by Dr. Gaurav Sharma. He says that you have bullied him. Have you ever bullied anyone?
No, I haven't. I took my job as Chief Whip incredibly seriously, particularly when issues or concerns were raised by staff, but I also made sure that it was a fair process. What I brought in as Chief Whip, something that hadn't been done before, a professional development and support program that offered mentoring and coaching for new MPs, because it is a difficult transition to go from the outside world into becoming an MP. Not everybody's managed staff, not everybody's dealt with the pressure of the media or just the pressure of speaking in the House when the other side are yelling at you. So we wanted to be a supportive environment, but ultimately if we had concerns raised at us from staff, we took those very seriously.
Gaurav Sharma says that you yelled at him. Sometimes he was in your office for hours and you would yell and you would shout. Is he lying?
Well, I know my point of view here. I refute all the allegations that have been made. I'm not one for raising my voice. If anything, I'm not one for raising my voice. If anything, if I get wound up, I go quieter. And so, no, I do not agree with that assessment at all. I do not agree with any of the allegations that have been made. I see now that there have been allegations made against others. I know those people. I know that those allegations aren't correct. So I'm quite happy to stand on my record. My focus was on a really fair approach for both new MPs and staff. I introduced a members' bill which got passed, which made sure that MPs could not just dismiss their staff at the whim of, at their own whim, without a fair record.
All right.
I stand on my record. I'm really sure that I acted appropriately without.
And if that is the case, and you're saying that you're happy to stand on your record, would you be happy to cooperate with an independent investigation to get to the bottom of these claims?
Well, ultimately, that is a decision solely for the Prime Minister, and it's not one that I'm going to
understand that. But would you be happy to pass an
opinion on that?
But would you be happy to cooperate?
I'm just trying to answer your question honestly. I provided all documentation from the Whip's office. We kept meticulous records of all meetings, who was supposed to be there and when, what was discussed and why, and I've passed those on to those that are interested in this, and they have deemed that there's no grounds for those allegations.
Right, but you would...
Ultimately, any question about that needs to be passed at the Prime Minister.
Yeah, but a decision about whether you would be happy to take part in something like that, that's a decision for you. That's a choice for you. What is your choice this morning?
It's not something that I'm going to get into. Ultimately, it's not a decision for me, and I don't think it's helpful for people that aren't involved in that decision to be expressing a view. Right now, my focus is on the weather and the people of Nelson, and that's what I've been looking at yesterday, the day before, and I will be again today and tomorrow.
And that's fair enough too. Minister, thank you very much for your time. We'll let you get back to it now. Kieran McAnulty, the Emergency Management Minister, I should say.